Fellow gardeners, let's talk about something wildly simple yet shockingly powerful: rice. Yes, that humble grain sitting in your kitchen pantry might just be the fastest way to explode earthworm populations and supercharge soil life like you've never seen before. If you've been struggling with compacted soil, slow decomposition, or a sad, lifeless garden bed, this secret rice trick might be the wake-up call your soil has been begging for. I've used this method in my own garden beds, and the transformation is nothing short of magical. Within just a few days, the soil surface starts moving with microbial action, and within weeks, worms multiply like crazy, leaving nutrient-rich castings everywhere. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how it works, why rice is such a powerful soil activator, and how you can start using it right now, even if you're gardening in containers or small spaces. Before we jump into the rice trick, let's remind ourselves of something crucial. Healthy soil isn't built by fertilizer, it's built by life. Earthworms, fungi, bacteria, and beneficial microcritters are the true architects of fertile ground. They break down organic matter into plant-available nutrients, create tunnels that improve aeration and drainage, produce castings rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and trace minerals, and buffer pH, and improve soil structure better than any store-bought product ever could. When you feed the soil life feeds your plants. That's the core philosophy we live by here at Soil Sage Chronicles. So, why rice? Rice is rich in starches and simple carbohydrates, the perfect food source to awaken dormant microbes. When microbes detect this sudden food source, they multiply rapidly. And when microbial populations rise, earthworms move in to feast. More microbes means more worm food, and that leads to more worms. It's really that simple. The real magic, honestly, comes from the fermentation and microbial bloom that happens when rice water or even partially decomposed rice gets into the soil. This process creates a living biostimulant, which is actually pretty similar to what happens in Korean natural farming techniques. Even better, rice attracts saprophytic fungi, the white mycelium networks that gardeners just love to see. These fungi are responsible for breaking down stubborn organic matter, like wood chips, straw, and those old mulch layers. There are two powerful ways to use rice in your garden: rice water activation and direct rice application. Both work, and you can choose depending on what you have available and, how fast you want results. First, take 1 cup of rice and rinse it briefly in a bowl with 2 cups of non-chlorinated water. Mix and rub the rice until the water turns cloudy. This cloudy water is pure microbe fuel. Next, strain and save the rice water, then pour it directly into your garden beds, around fruit trees, or into compost piles. You'll notice an increase in moisture retention, and within 2 to 3 days, microbial colonies begin exploding beneath the surface. Worms will start gathering in the zones where rice water was poured, drawn by the feast. For container gardeners, simply use this rice water as a microbe drench once every 7 to 10 days. It works wonders in potting mixes that have gone lifeless or compacted. Alright, so first, just grab some leftover cooked rice, or if you've got uncooked rice, soak it for a bit. Next, you'll want to mix a small handful of that rice with something like leaf mold compost or aged manure. This combo helps prevent molding and honestly really gets the fermentation going. Now, go ahead and bury that mix just a couple of inches deep, about 2 inches should do it, right near your plant roots or maybe in the pathways between your crops. After that, just cover it lightly with soil or mulch. That'll help keep pests from sniffing it out. And then, in about 5 to 7 days, you'll start noticing fungal threads and even worm channels forming around that spot. Pretty cool, right? Here's an important tip to keep in mind. Always use small amounts. Seriously, rice is powerful stuff. If you use too much, you could end up with anaerobic conditions, and nobody wants that. Just a handful per square meter is plenty, It's more than enough to kick off a microbial wildfire in your soil. So, once rice is introduced, something fascinating starts happening underground. In stage 1, there's a microbial bloom. The starch in the rice fuels bacteria and fungi at an unbelievable speed. Then, in stage 2, you'll notice warm spots forming because all that microbial activity generates a bit of biological heat, which, by the way, attracts worms like a magnet. Moving on to stage 3, worms rush into the area, start feeding, and before you know it, they're reproducing rapidly. And finally, in stage 4, within about 2 to 3 weeks, those worm clusters transform the area into rich, black, crumbly soil that's absolutely loaded with worm castings. It's a total game changer for your garden soil. If you test this side by side in one untreated bed and one rice-treated bed, the difference is clear. Even your mulch layer begins breaking down faster. Plant roots grow deeper. Moisture retention improves, and pest resistance increases naturally. If you really want to take this to the next level, apply rice water or buried rice just before laying down fresh mulch or leaf litter. Why? Because the microbes fueled by the rice will immediately start decomposing that mulch, converting it into rich humus at record speed. This creates what I like to call a living mulch blanket, not just covering the soil, but actively improving it from the surface down. To make sure you get the best possible results without attracting pests or causing sour-smelling patches, keep these smart gardener's tips in mind. Always bury rice slightly to avoid attracting ants or flies. If using rice water, apply during cooler parts of the day or evening to avoid quick evaporation. If white mold appears, that's good. It's beneficial fungi doing its job. Avoid using heavily salted or oily leftover rice from the kitchen. Keep it clean and plain. Combine with vermicompost or old compost, and the effect multiplies. If you apply this method correctly, here's what you should notice within about 30 days. First, you'll probably see a noticeable increase in worm casts right on the soil surface. The soil itself should become darker, looser, and honestly, more sponge-like to the touch. Mulch will start to decompose faster, and you might spot some white fungal growth showing up. You'll also find that roots can penetrate deeper, thanks to that improved soil structure. And as natural nitrogen cycling kicks in, your plants are going to look a whole lot greener, even without adding any extra fertilizer. This trick really shines when you're working with dead, compacted ground raised beds that just seem tired, or spots where chemical fertilizers were used in the past. Rice doesn't just improve your soil, it actually reawakens it. This simple rice trick might just be one of the most affordable and effective soil biology boosters you'll ever try. It's easy, natural, safe for all plants, and works even in urban gardens, containers, and balcony setups. If you've been looking for a gentle but highly effective way to jumpstart worm populations and breathe life back into tired soil, this is it. Don't underestimate the power of microbe food, because once life begins underground, everything above ground begins to thrive. If you found this guide valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Go ahead and hit subscribe to Soil Sage Chronicles. Share this with a fellow gardener, and let's keep spreading the knowledge of living soil. Your garden deserves life, and it starts with simple tricks like this one. See you in the next episode, Soil Sages. May your worms multiply and your soil stay forever alive.